Yeah, so we'll start with a new chapter. You can just note down transistor. So this is chapter number 2. Okay, transistor. So basically, I'm taking a second type of device. So I have taken the first one, diode. This is the second device. We are going to learn and understand and look into some applications. Yeah, tell me.
Sir, sorry for the interruption. Sir, would you conduct a mock quiz in the class today?
No, nothing. Is it required?
Not really, sir. I was just asking. Thank you.
No. I am not. See, you are all what I can say. You know this MS Team, no? Very well. How to use MS Team and all, no? You know
Yes,
very
sir.
well. Yeah.
Yes, sir. I was just
So,
confirming.
so what we are planning is we will. At what time it starts on Tuesday? It's in the evening, no?
6:30.
Yeah, 6:30. So what we are planning is we'll post a link. Click on the link and you start answering. That's it. Okay.
Sure.
And when you click on the link, you get options. No, there 20 questions will be visible, and each question you have to tick the correct answer. That's it. If you want, you can use a pen and paper and work it out. Okay, but we are not
Sure.
going to check that. It's a quiz, no? So it's like MC. All are MCQs. This thing questions. So you have to tick the correct answer, and automated evaluation will be carried out. Yes.
Sir, this chapter is there for second quiz, first quiz.
First quiz I have very clearly mentioned in the previous session. So please don't ask again and again. The portion, everything I had mentioned. Yes or no? Others?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
End
sir.
of the session, end of the session, right? I spent 5 to 10 minutes and explained everything. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So all questions will be MCQs. We'll post a link, click on the link, tick the correct answer. That's it. Nothing special. Okay. And I really don't feel that I have to conduct a mock test for this. You are very well versed with this, no? You know this MS Team, how to use. Should I conduct others? Is it really required?
No, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll start with a new chapter, transistor. Okay. Regulators, that numerical part is left out, design numerical, all those things. Maybe I will take 1 hour extra class in the evening and okay, solve it. We'll not waste time. Since we are running short of time, no, we'll start with a new chapter, transistor. So what is a transistor? We'll try to understand this. Again, go back to the basic. We'll take a silicon semiconductor chip, a pure chip, silicon semiconductor chip we will take. And slightly extend this. Yes. We'll take a pure semiconductor chip. Now, doping will carry out in a different way. Earlier, if you remember, we doped this with 50% third group element and 50% we doped this silicon chip with fifth group element, and we got P type and N type. Am I correct? With the junction in between. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So now we'll dope it in such a way that we'll get a P-type semiconductor in between two N types. A P-type semiconductor between two N types. Or we can dope it in such a way that we get a N-type between two P-type. It's like P-type sandwiched between two N-type semiconducting material. or a N-type we can have sandwiched between two P-type materials. Fine. Now, this is your regular definition. This is the regular construction of transistor. If you ask somebody what is a transistor, this is what he is going to tell. Now, some extra features or some extra things you are supposed to know in this. What is that? The first layer, the first N-type layer, right? The size of this is very large. This is very large in size. Means what I can say, slightly heavily doped. Are you getting it? This is heavily doped. The size of physical size of this is large. The second material, the P type, right? You can see the dimension of this. This is small, means this is lightly doped. This is lightly doped. See, I'm relatively speaking, this first one is heavily doped, this is very lightly doped, and this is moderately doped. Moderately doped. All of you getting this?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Again, I repeat, and before I take up this entire chapter, what I want to convey here is this particular chapter is slightly difficult to digest. So I want each one of you to focus, concentrate and listen, make a note, and very important thing, once I finish the class, at least in the evening, please revise. Please revise. Don't listen to this particular chapter. Don't take it lightly. Right. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. In the evening, please revise it. Few numericals also we are going to solve. Please solve it. Please practice. Okay. This is not like diode. This is slightly difficult to understand. But anyhow, I will try my level best to explain each and everything. And slowly I will explain. Need not worry. So the first layer is heavily doped. Second is lightly doped. And third one is moderately doped. Apart from this, you find there are two junctions in this, J1 and J2, right? You find two junctions in this. And one more observation you can do here. Is this N and P, are these two forming a PN junction diode?
Yes, sir.
Similarly, if you take junction J2, you find another PN junction diode, P and N. So you find two diodes in this. So if you see the construction of transistor, you find two diodes, means you find two junctions. And apart from that, we have three layers. So it's a three-terminal device. Unlike diode is a two-terminal device. Here, this is a three-terminal device because you have got three layers. But these three layers, what you are supposed to understand here is the first layer is heavily doped. Second, the sandwiched layer in between is lightly doped. And the third one is moderately doped. Noted? Shall I erase this?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we'll straight away jump to the working principle. Okay. I'll draw it slightly. I'll enlarge this so that I can explain it in a better way. So the first layer is heavily doped. It's a N type. So what you expect at the junction J1? What do you expect at the junction J1? Do you expect ions?
Yes, sir.
What ions? What type? Do you expect positive ions near the junction? Am I correct? Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Similarly, on the right side of this junction J1, you have P type. So what do you expect near the junction? Do you expect negative
Negative.
ions? Yeah. Right. So this is N and this is P. But this is lightly doped. So this is how it looks like. Fine. Similarly, if you take P and N again, near J2 junction also you find negative ions and positive. Is it okay? Now what we are going to do here is to get the current. As an electronic engineer, what we are interested?
Sir, VI characteristics.
VI characteristics. So we want the device to conduct. Am I correct? So should I connect it to external battery? Fine.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So deliberately, please make a note. Deliberately, N side I am going to connect it to negative. P side we are going to connect it to positive. Right? We'll see. Slowly you'll understand why I'm connecting negative to N side and positive to P side. Similarly, if you take the second one, here what we are going to do is the second junction J2, again PN junction, N this time we are going to connect it to plus. The third layer we are going to connect it to plus, and P we are going to connect it to minus. Is this fine? So I'll call this as V1 and V2. Again, I repeat how we are connected V1. V1 negative potential, we are connected it to the first layer plus to the second. That is with respect to the second layer, P, the first layer is negative. But if you see the right hand side, if you take the third layer is positive with respect to the second layer. So second layer is common now. This layer is common. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. What do you expect? What do you expect?
Sir, current will flow out of the N type through the battery V1, then it will get
Okay.
divided.
Okay. Before that, can I say junction J1 is forward biased?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Forward biased. Junction J1 is forward biased. Means, can I take out this depletion layer here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So I can take out the depletion layer, assuming V1 is greater than V cut-in of the first two layers, what I have taken, N type and P type. What do you mean by V cut-in? Cut-in present at the junction J1. Depletion layer potential present at the junction J1. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. That means right now the situation is electrons present on the N side, it is moving towards P side because the layer has vanished. Depletion layer has vanished. Am I correct? Are the electrons flowing from left to right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now, just now I mentioned the second layer is lightly doped. The second layer is lightly doped. Will the electrons emitted in the sense that the flowing from left to right, will all electron combine with the holes in this p side?
No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
There are less number of holes present in the p-type material. Why? Because it is lightly doped. There are heavy electrons present in the first layer because N is heavily doped. First layer. Am I correct? So what the situation right now is, if 100 electrons are moving from the first to the second layer, maybe 10 electrons will combine with the holes because only 10 holes are present, lightly doped. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now the question arises, what happens to the rest 90? What happens to the
Sir,
rest
they
90?
go back into the N.
They go
The-
back into the N. Okay.
So not
You-
back in the first N, the second N type N.
It's not back, it will move forward, no?
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. Forward. Move forward
So
into
the rest 90, now is it getting attracted towards this positive potential?
Yes, sir.
Yes. The rest 90, what happens? The rest 90 enters N because the reason is, what is the reason? It is getting attracted by this positive potential. It is getting attracted by positive potential. One more observation you can do here. Junction J1 depletion layer and junction J2 depletion layer, there is a difference. The reason is J1 junction left side, the first layer is heavily doped. The second one is lightly doped. So will the junction J1, near the junction J1, depletion layer width will be more compared to junction J2? Because the density of ions in the first layer will be more, no, compared to the third layer.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir,
So
Sir,
what
will you please-
happens? Yeah, tell me.
will you please repeat this statement again?
Again, I repeat, what I want to convey here is near the junction J1 and junction J2, you find depletion layer. Are they same?
No, sir.
Why?
Sir, because forward bias and reverse bias condition.
Okay, that is one this thing. Before we apply external battery connection, before we apply V1 and V2, my question here is, will the depletion layer at the junction J1 and at the junction J2, are they same? Before we connect battery.
Yes, sir.
No, it won't be same. Why?
So because of doping?
Exactly. Because of doping, the first layer is heavily doped, second one is lightly doped. So near the junction J1, depletion layer width will be different compared to junction J2. You find
Yes.
more ions in the first layer compared to the third layer because N third one is moderately doped. So relatively speaking, do you find more ions in the depletion layer?
Yes, sir.
Do you find more ions? I'm asking about the third layer. In the third layer, do you find more ions, or in the first layer you find more ions?
So in the first one.
First one, correct? So
Yes.
if 100 electrons are moving from left to right, from first layer to the second layer, 10 may combine because second material is lightly doped. The rest 90 is now moving towards N. Why it is moving towards N? Because the third layer N is connected to positive potential. Means electrons, are they getting attracted by positive potential?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So it enters the third layer. And once it enters the third layer, it is moving towards this positive potential of the battery P2. Right? In other
sir.
words, will the electron start moving from this negative of V1, pass through the second layer, enters the third layer, and finally comes to the positive potential of V2?
Yes, sir.
So will I get current now? Are the electrons flowing from lower potential of the battery to higher potential?
Yes, sir.
So will we get current in the device?
Yes, sir.
In the sense, will the device conduct?
Yes, sir.
It will conduct. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
This is and one more I forgot to mention. If you see junction J2, I haven't mentioned here. Junction J2, if I check, is it reverse biased?
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Just check the connection. P is connected to minus, N is connected to plus. So if I use battery V2 in this way, is the junction J2 getting reverse bias? P is connected to minus, N is connected to plus. I'm talking about V2.
Yes, sir. It is reverse bias.
Yeah. So the junction J2 is reverse bias. So this is one observation. J1 is forward bias, J2 is reverse bias. Electrons, what I can write under this condition? Under this condition, if V1 is greater than V cut in, what you find? Electrons are flowing. Electrons are flowing from the first layer towards the second layer, right? Next, since the second layer, you can make a note if you want. Since the second layer is lightly doped, comma, few electrons combine with the holes. Few electrons combine with the holes in the second layer. In the second layer, and the rest move towards the third layer, since the third layer is connected to positive potential. In the bracket, I'll write V2, positive potential of the battery, V2, right? Followed? So if you apply a potential V1 greater than V cut in, right? Electrons start moving from the first layer towards the third layer, and the device starts conducting. Because junction J1 gets forward bias, J2 anyhow it is reverse bias. Can I proceed? Now you may ask, how come under reverse bias electrons are flowing
Sir.
towards? Yeah.
Sir, can you show the note for 1 minute, sir?
Yeah, I will display it. Just a minute.
Okay, sir.
Let me explain this. So you may ask, J2 junction is reverse bias, but still, how can we say that the electrons are flowing towards the positive of the battery V2?
Because the first layer is heavily doped.
Okay.
So, and the third layer is moderately doped.
Okay. Now electrons enter from the first to the second layer. Now second junction J2 is reverse bias, but still I am saying electrons are getting attracted by this positive of the battery. How? Do you understand here that once the electron enters the p-type material, they are minority carriers on the p-type material on the p side?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
See,
Yes, sir.
electrons move from the first layer to the second layer. Second layer is a p-type material. Are electrons in the p-type material, are they minority carriers?
Yes, sir.
When I reverse bias a junction, will we get current out of minority carriers?
Yes, sir.
Do you remember PN junction diode? When I say forward bias, we get current due to majority carrier. But when we reverse bias, we get reverse saturation current I0. Why we get such a small current, which is in microamps or nanoamps? Is it due to the minority carriers present in the diode?
Yes, sir.
Same thing is happening, no? Once the electron enters the p-type material, these electrons are now minority carriers. And when I reverse bias the junction J2, these electrons are going to carry the current. So due to the flow of these electrons, the minority carrier, we are going to get current. Although these electrons are minority carrier once it enters p side, initially these are majority carriers because it is coming from where? Is it coming? Are we getting electrons from the first layer?
Yes, sir.
And is the first layer heavily doped?
Yes, sir.
So will I get more and more electrons from the first layer? So what we are doing is we are pumping electrons into the second layer. But when it enters the second layer, it becomes minority carrier. So to get the current, what we do? We reverse bias the junction J2. Are you getting it? Are you getting the concept?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So yeah, somebody asked me to display the notes. Is it visible now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can make a note. Yeah, any doubts in this you can ask. Any doubts in this? If you don't follow, please ask. Don't hesitate. Understand the concept. Okay? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Shall I continue?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Now, just now I explained J1 is forward, J2 is reverse bias. Okay. Now again I will go back. Do all agree that electrons are getting emitted from the first layer? Again I repeat. Electrons are getting emitted from the first layer. We are making it deliberately. We are making the electrons to get emitted from the first layer by connecting it to negative potential. So are they getting emitted from the first layer?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Right? They are pumped in. They are pumped into the second layer. That means they are getting emitted from the first layer. And are they getting collected in the third layer because it is connected to the positive potential, the third layer?
Yes, sir.
So can I
Yes.
call the first layer terminal as emitter?
Yes, sir.
Can I call the third layer terminal as collector? Because it collects the electrons. Whatever electrons emitted from the first layer, it enters the third layer, majority, maximum electrons, because less combine with the holes in the second. So maximum electron enters the third layer and they are getting collected in the third layer. So I call the terminal, third layer terminal as collector. In between layer terminal, I'm going to name it as base, right? So those who have studied transistor in 12th standard, if you remember, transistor has got three terminals: emitter, base, and collector. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Now do
Yes,
you
sir.
understand why we call the first terminal as emitter and the third one as collector?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So these three terminals are very important, and we are going to bias in the sense connect the battery and make the device to conduct. And once the device conducts, once we understand the device is conducting, next we understand the characteristics of the device. And once we understand the characteristics of the device, we'll use it for some application. Getting it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is
Yes,
the
sir.
basic working principle of transistor. Now, just concentrate here. Junction J1, I told it is forward bias. So do you agree that the resistance existing between emitter and base terminal, first layer terminal is emitter, second layer terminal is base. Do you agree that the resistance existing between emitter to base terminal, between emitter and base terminal, will it be very less? Will it be very low?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, do you agree the resistance existing between collector and base terminal, since the junction J2 is reverse bias, can I say the resistance is very high?
Yes, sir.
So do you find a transition in the resistance from very low to very high as we move from left to right?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So can I call it transition plus resistance transistor? Can I call it transistor? What is transistor? Transition in the resistance value. Is it happening?
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So I hope you follow now. I hope you understand the reason behind calling this device a transistor. Why we call it a transistor? This device, because you find there is change in the resistance. There is transition in the resistance from very low value to very high value. That's why we call this device a transistor. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So practically, the reason I mentioned just now why we call this device a transistor, you will not get it in any text. Okay. If you understand the basic concepts very clearly, you can see each device, it has got, we name each device based on the working principle. Okay. So we understand first the working principle of the device, how the device conducts, and accordingly you can understand the reason behind calling it a transistor or a diode or some other device. Okay. Can I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, with this device, there are three configurations possible. Make a note. With this device, there are three configurations possible. With the device, there are three configurations possible. What are the three configurations? First one is common base. Common base. Second one is common emitter. And the third one is common collector. First one is common base configuration. Second one is common emitter. Third one is common collector. The name itself indicates the configuration possible with the device. Can you make out what is common base? Anybody in the class?
NPN junction, the transistor we saw just before. There it was common base because base is common to both.
Yeah, if I apply a potential, if we apply batteries, if we connect the batteries in such a way that base terminal is common to emitter and collector, the base terminal is common to emitter and collector, we call it common base. Do you agree or do you understand here, looking at this diagram, that base terminal is common to emitter and collector when we connect the battery?
Yes, sir.
Just see, emitter
Yes,
is
sir.
connected to negative potential, base is connected to plus. The same base is connected to the negative of V2 and negative of V2. The collector is connected to the positive of V2. That means to emitter and collector, I am applying V1 and V2 potential with respect to base. Am I correct? With respect to base, this terminal. This terminal is common to emitter and collector when we connect the battery. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Can you guess what is common emitter? Can somebody in the class tell me, explain me what is common emitter?
Sir, emitter is common to the base and the collector.
So how to connect the batteries?
Sir, we'll connect one battery to the which will be connected to base terminal and to the emitter junction, and another one to the collector, and which will be connected on the other side to the emitter.
So should I connect between emitter and collector another battery like this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now, can you make out that emitter is common now, not the collector?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now the question arises, how to connect V2 in common emitter? How to connect V2? Anybody in the class?
Sir, in between the emitter and the collector.
How to connect? Tell me the potential. Battery potential.
Positive terminal of V2 will be going to collector.
See, yeah, collector N side I am going to connect it to positive, and emitter we are going to connect it to negative. All agree?
Yes.
Because N side is connected to positive, no? That is to the collector. Is the junction J2 getting reverse bias if I connect collector to positive? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And second this thing observation you can do here, the electrons that are emitted from the emitter, if it has to get collected in the third layer, should I connect the third layer to positive of the battery V2? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this is common emitter. And what about common collector? Quickly, what is common collector? Collector is common to,
Sir, in that we will, yes, sir.
yeah, collector terminal is common to base and emitter. Fine. Okay. We'll not waste time on that because it is the analysis of that is not there in your course. We'll concentrate on common base and common emitter configuration. Only two configurations. Okay. So I will again come back to common base. I'll erase this. I hope you got this concept. We'll not waste time on this. So quickly we'll go back to common base. So common base again minus plus. Fine. So minus plus. Yeah, quickly. If you look at this thing, potential V1, instead of calling it V1, can you suggest a name? Can you name this? Can we put it in a better way?
Sir, VEB.
VBE I will call. Why?
Sir, B is connected to the positive terminal.
Yes.
That is.
If you see the suffix letter B, the first letter is always positive with respect to the second letter. Getting it? The first letter, base B, it is always positive with respect to the second letter. That is E. Always, this is how you are supposed to denote the battery. Is it fine? So can you name this, that is V2? Can you name the battery V2?
Sir,
VCB.
VCB.
Collector is positive with respect to base. Can I call it VCB?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So this is how we denote a battery. Apart from that, I forgot to draw the symbol, how transistor looks like. This is the symbol. It's a 3-terminal device. So 1, 2, and 3. This is base. And this I call it emitter. And this I call it the collector. Right? As per the diagram I have drawn here, right? The left side is emitter, right side is collector. Just to make out that this is emitter, I have drawn an arrow. What this arrow indicates? This arrow indicates the flow of conventional current. This arrow indicates the flow of conventional current. Is the current moving away from the base or towards the base?
Towards the base.
Look
Away
at the
from the
device.
base. Away.
Away
Look
from
at-
the base.
Electrons are flowing towards the base. So is the current
Yes.
flowing away from the base like this?
Yes.
Can I call this current as IE? Emitter current? Yes or no? I'll change the color of pen and I will draw it like this. So can I call this current IE?
Yes, sir.
The current flowing away from the base. That is what this arrow indicates, the flow of current. What about the collector current? Just see, electrons are moving towards the positive of the battery, VCB. It is moving like this. So what happens to the flow of current? Is collector current flowing towards the terminal, towards the base?
Yes, sir.
Because
Yes, sir.
electrons are flowing like this. This is electron flow. So current will be in the opposite direction. Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
What about the base current? Is the base current like this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So we find in the transistor, when we connect external batteries, VB and VCB, when we connect the batteries to the device, we find there are three currents satisfying the relation, always satisfying this relation, IE is equal to IC plus IB. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Because you find one current, IE, single current flowing away from the base, and you find two currents are flowing towards the base. So if I use Kirchhoff's current law, current flowing away from the node is equal to summation of the currents flowing towards the node. Is it satisfying Kirchhoff's law, Kirchhoff's current law, KCL?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So this is let me write here. So this equation is a basic current equation of the device, of the transistor. Device is transistor. Right? Always, this is the basic current equation of the transistor.
Sir, for all the three configurations. or
Any, because the reason is basic working principle will not change. Are electrons getting emitted from emitter?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Are
sir.
electrons getting collected at the collector?
Yes, sir.
If I change the configuration, will it change? Will the working principle change?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No. So always remember, whatever we do, end of the day, IE is always equal to IC plus IB. Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, apart from this, one more equation I will write. Try to understand this equation. In common base, can I write IC? IC is the current, that is this one, this current. Can I write it as fraction of emitter current? Not the full, fraction of emitter current. The reason is if 100 electrons are emitted from emitter, 10 electrons may combine with the holes, rest 90 will enter the collector. Or do you find the full 100 electrons combining with the hole, moving towards the collector? Do you find in this case, out of 100, all the 100 electrons are moving towards the collector, or only 90?
90.
90. Rest 10 are getting combined with the holes in the base. So can I say, if 100 electrons are emitted, 90 electrons are reaching collector, can I say collector current is a fraction of emitter current?
Yes.
Yes. This is one thing. So IE is equal to alpha. Alpha is the fraction. Always remember, alpha is less than 1 because it is fraction. If 90% emitted electron reaches collector, what is alpha value?
0.9.
0.9. If 80% electrons emitted from the emitter reaches collector, what is alpha value? 0.8.
8, yes.
Getting it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Apart from this, it is alpha times IE plus I write IC B naught. Okay, I'll erase IC B naught. I'll just write I naught. Can you guess what is this I naught? Is junction J2 getting reverse bias?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Apart from the emitted electrons from the emitter, since junction J2 is reverse bias, will I get reverse saturation current of these two PN junction, this PN junction diode, this one,
Yes, sir.
this one? See, this first current I am getting due to the emitted electrons from the first layer. Apart from that, I am asking, apart from that, since the junction J2 is reverse bias, PN junction, will I get some current due to the minority carriers present within this PN junction diode?
Yes, sir.
if you forget the first layer, if I forget the first layer, okay, forget this. Assume that the first layer is not present. Will I get some minority carrier current when I reverse bias the diode, this PN junction diode, base and collector? Yes or no? Hello?
Yes, sir.
What about others? Are you getting this concept? If you don't
So can you
understand,
repeat the last part, sir?
yeah, I'll repeat it. I'll make it very simple. Suppose I take out the first layer and I have reverse bias. So I'll take out the first layer, even the potential battery also I will disconnect. Will I get current in this device now with VCB?
Yes, sir.
What is that current?
Reverse
Saturation.
saturation current.
Is it I naught? Is
Yes,
it I
sir.
naught? Yes. All of you getting this much? Any doubts in this?
No, sir.
No. Others?
sir.
Okay. If I connect the first layer now and connect a battery and make the electrons move from the first layer towards the third layer, will I get extra added current to this?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What is that added current? Is it fraction of emitter
Alpha.
current, IE, alpha times IE?
Yeah, sir.
Because if 100 electrons are emitted, 90 are reaching collector. So will I get I naught plus alpha times IE? All of you getting it?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So the second equation, in case of common base, we find IC equal to alpha times IE plus I naught. Just to understand it is common base, suffix I naught I remove and write it as IC B naught. Is this fine? Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, do you agree that this IE is in milliamps and ICBO will be in microamps?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Because this current IE I am getting due to heavily doped N layer. This I am getting due to the electrons present in the first layer, and the first layer is heavily doped. All agree?
Yes, sir.
All agree?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And what about ICB naught? This is reverse saturation current. We know reverse saturation current, either it will be in microamps or nanoamps. Am I correct? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So can I write IC almost equal to alpha times IE? Can I write it like this?
Yes, sir.
Or can I write alpha almost equal to IC upon IE?
Yes, sir.
What about others? Getting this concept?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So I'll just erase this. Is this alpha equal to IC upon IE? Is this the current gain of CB configuration? Common base, because I have connected the device in common base configuration.
Yes.
We call it the current gain. The reason is just see, when I look at the device, my output terminal is collector. All agree? Our output terminal is collector. Our input terminal is emitter, because we are emitting the electrons from the emitter, and the electrons are reaching the third layer, the output terminal, the collector. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So can I call it output by input, IC upon IE, output current by input current?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So since it is output by input ratio, we call the current gain. But please make a note, before we call it current gain, right? We must understand here, alpha value is less than 1. It is less than 1. Very much, I will just write less than 1, not very much. I'll just write less than 1, right? So this current gain, right? This particular term may not be appropriate to use when we speak about alpha. Getting it? Is it fine? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I think it got disconnected, no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please. Is it visible now?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So what I was trying to explain here is, this term gain may not be appropriate to use when it comes to alpha, because alpha value is less than 1. What is gain actually? What is gain? How you define gain? Suppose I give you 10 rupees and I get 100 rupees from you. How much I have gained?
90 rupees.
Yes. Right? If I ask you the times, how many times I have gained? Is it not 100 by 10? 10 times? I gained 10 times? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So I gave you 10 rupees. I got back 100 means I gained 10 times by investing. Yes or no? Similarly, if I plug in 1 milliamp of current, example, and get 100 milliamp of current, and if I ask you how much I gained, how much we gained, is it not 100 milliamp by 1 milliamp? That is 100 times. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So if I plug in 1 milliamp, this is my input. Input, we plug in 1 milliamp, and at the output, we are getting 100 milliamps of current. This is at the output. So can I call the ratio output by input as gain? Can we call it gain?
Yes, sir.
That's why we call this IC upon IE alpha as current gain. Right? But unfortunately, since alpha value is less than 1, we are not getting any gain. So in the text, they have used this term current gain, but this is not an appropriate term, because the reason you are not finding any gain in this, you are always getting less than 1 ratio. Okay. Is it fine? Can I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now I move on to see, that's why I told this chapter is slightly complicated. You have to focus. Parallelly, you have to note down also whatever I am writing and revise also. Else you will really find it difficult as I proceed. Okay. Now I will slightly modify this equation. IC equal to alpha times IE. What is the equation? From the basic equation, we know IE is IC plus IB. Am I correct? Plus, I can write ICB naught as it is. Is it okay? This
Yes.
part,
Yes, sir.
I'm just substituting instead of IE, IC plus IB from the basic equation. Is it okay? Please respond.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this I expand and write alpha times IC plus alpha times IB plus ICP naught. If I take IC common, can I write this as 1 minus alpha is equal to alpha times IB plus ICB naught? Can I write it like this? Or can I write
Yes,
it
sir.
IC equal to alpha by 1 minus alpha into IB plus ICB naught divided by 1 minus alpha? Is this fine?
Yes, sir.
Just look, yeah. This term, I call it beta, right? So now I write it as IC equal to, I just replace alpha by 1 minus alpha by beta. So what is beta? Alpha by 1 minus alpha. Beta times IB plus ICB naught divided by 1 minus alpha. Is it okay? Fine. Can I
Yes, sir.
proceed? Yes. Now you see, is the output terminal, please concentrate, please focus. Is the output terminal in case of common emitter, is it collector? If I put the transistor in common emitter configuration, is the output terminal the collector now?
Yes, sir.
Yes. What is the input terminal? Is it emitter or base now?
Sir, base.
Why? Why?
Emitter is common.
Emitter is common, no? In common emitter configuration. So collector, I am going to connect it like this. Earlier I had drawn, if you remember. And base connection, VCB, we remove. This wasn't there. Yes or no? So when emitter is common, is the input terminal the base and the output terminal the collector? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Others following?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Is this current IB, is it in microamps? Is collector current IC, is it in milliamps? Don't blindly say yes. You must tell me the reason why IB is in micro, IC is in milli. Anybody in the class?
Sir,
Base
IC is
current
forward biased
flows.
in
Okay.
this case.
Okay.
Base current flows due to minority carriers.
Do you agree that the current what I'm getting IC, it is in milliamps because collector is moderately doped?
Yes, sir.
But is the base highly doped or moderately doped or lightly doped?
Lightly doped.
Lightly doped. Will I get milliamps of base current or microamps of base current when it is lightly doped? What do you expect from the base?
Microamp.
Don't you expect less current from the base compared to emitter and collector, relatively speaking?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So if I get milliamps of current, collector current, if I get milliamps of emitter current, we get microamps of base current because the base is lightly doped. The base layer is lightly doped. All of you getting this concept? All of you getting this concept or
Yes,
not?
sir.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes. Apart from that, you find IC B naught by 1 minus IC B alpha. Can I call this IC E naught? Because now we are in common emitter configuration.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
sir, I have one doubt, sir. The CB
Yes.
naught or E naught, sir, because I was disconnected, sir, due to bad connection. I didn't understand what is this current actually, sir.
When I put the device in common base configuration, I use reverse saturation current notation ICB naught. When I put it in CE configuration, common emitter configuration, right? I write the reverse saturation current as ICE naught. Is this fine?
Yes, sir.
Now, if I ask you what is the relation between reverse saturation current of common emitter configuration and reverse saturation current of common base configuration, will it be ICE naught equal to ICB naught by 1 minus alpha?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir, but something else, sir. Sir, why is this ICB not generated? That I
Yeah.
didn't understand.
Yeah. ICB naught generated. You do say, you do one thing, just go through the recorded video once I finish
Okay,
the
sir.
class. Okay.
Okay, sir.
I have clearly mentioned, I spent around 3-4 minutes on this reverse saturation current. Okay.
Got it,
Will
sir.
not
Thank you, sir.
waste time. Yeah. So right now you take this, that collector current will contain a term which is either fraction of emitter current or beta times the base current plus reverse saturation current. Okay. So this equation, what I have written, this is for common emitter configuration. IC equal to beta times IB plus ICE naught. Or can I write it as, please focus, IC almost equal to beta times IB, or can I write beta equal to IC upon IB? Can I write it like this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, because IC E naught will be in microamps. Yes or no? Correct? See, relatively speaking, will I get beta times IB greater than IC E naught?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So if I write beta equal to IC upon IB, IC is in milliamps, IB is in microamps. Now can I call it gain, current gain? If I
Yes,
take
sir.
the ratio, right? Getting it? All of you getting this?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
when we use the transistor in common base configuration, we may not get current gain. But the same device, when we use it in common emitter configuration, we get current gain. Is this concept clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Why I explain this concept? The reason is, later, there are 3 configurations. We are concentrating only on common base and common emitter. When we use the device to amplify, the later I am telling, right now, you may not understand this. When we use the device to amplify the signal, we will use it in CE configuration. Why CE? Hope you have followed. The reason is, we get current amplification when we put the device in CE configuration. In CB, we may not get. Is it fine? And again, if you look at beta, IC upon IB, is IC output current? Is this the output terminal in common
Yes, sir.
emitter? And is IB the input terminal in common emitter? So the ratio of output by input, can I call it gain? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Others getting it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So just to make you understand that amplification is possible only when we put the device in CE configuration. I explained this in the sense I derived it. We derived and proved that in CE we get more current compared to CB. So from today I will call this as CB. Every time I will not mention common base, CB, and this we are going to call it as CE, common emitter configuration. Fine. Okay. Now we understand how the device works. We understand there are 3 terminals. Apart from that, we understand that the device, when it conducts, 3 currents are going to flow, emitter, base, collector. We know the relation when we put it in different configuration, what currents we get. All those things we have understood now. Now, straight away, since we want to use it for some application, we jump to VI characteristics. This is important. Unless we understand VI characteristics, we can't use the device for some application or any applications. Okay. 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 Please concentrate and listen. In the earlier case, just tell me, in the earlier case, in the case of
Sir,
diode.
common collector.
Huh? Common collector, I told, no? I think you missed that part. I told common collector application or analysis is not there in the syllabus, so I'm not going to waste time on that. Okay? So don't, all of you, don't think that common collector is a waste. It has got a very important application, but since it is not there in the syllabus, I'm not going to cover it. Okay? When you join electronics branch, no, there we take up the application part. Okay? Can I proceed? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, yes. Okay. Now, we'll straight away go to the VI characteristics. If you remember in case of diode, can you just tell me how many voltages were there, external battery? Huh?
2.
How many batteries we connected?
2.
In the previous chapter diode, we connected 2 batteries to bias the diode.
No,
One
battery.
battery.
Single battery, no.
Yes, sir.
If I want to turn on the diode, how many batteries we require? 1, 2, 3, how many? Single, no.
Yes, sir.
Don't you remember current I equal to I naught e raised to power V by eta Vt minus 1, single battery, V. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So single battery we used for diode. So without any issues, we can plot VI characteristics. Since we use single battery, straight away I can draw V dash I characteristics. Correct? Because we use single battery. In case of transistor, how many batteries do you find now? Just now I explained.
2.
Now we find 2 batteries. You find 2 batteries in this. Now the question arises, how to plot VI characteristics when there are 2 batteries? The only way you can draw is draw V1. V1 in the sense the first battery, since we are connected 2 batteries, I'll take it as V1 and V2. I'll draw V1 dash I characteristics. Right? V1 dash I characteristics, keeping V2 potential constant. All agree with this? This is
Yes.
the first possibility. The second possibility, draw V2 dash I characteristics, keeping V1 potential constant. Do you agree with this, all of you? Since we have
Yes,
got two
sir.
Yes,
batteries now?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So how many VI characteristics you find in this? If I want to plot transistor characteristics, since we have got two batteries, how many VI characteristics you find?
2, sir.
2.
2. So we are supposed to plot two VI characteristics. The first one, just look at this. I'll just go back to this thing. Yeah. So this was actually V1 and this is V2. Fine. Minus plus. This is minus plus. Okay. V1 we had taken it as VB. V2 we have denoted it by VCB. Anyhow, now if you look at this V1, when we vary V1, keeping V2 constant, because I am plotting V1 dash I characteristics. Is this battery present on the input side?
Yes, sir.
Is this my input side? And is this part the output side? Collector part?
Yes, sir.
Yes. See, I'm just highlighting it. I'm just to make you feel. I rounded it off. Can you make out that this is input side, on the right side it is output side? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So if I plot V1 dash I characteristics, keeping V2 constant, can I call it input characteristics of the device transistor?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And if I plot V2 dash I characteristics, keeping V1 constant, means without changing V1, if I vary V2 and plot V2 dash I characteristics, can I call it output characteristics of the device?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So when it comes to transistor, there are two characteristics. Input characteristics and output characteristics. Right? So the reason behind calling it input output, none of the text you will find, right? Just to make you feel understand, I took two batteries and explained the reason why we call it, because to bias a transistor, to make the device to conduct, we require two batteries. When we use two batteries, we get two characteristics. Why we get two characteristics, I have explained. At a time, please note, again I repeat, at a time, we can vary one of the voltages, not both. You keep one constant and vary one of the voltages. If you keep V1 constant, vary V2. If you keep V2 constant, vary V1. I hope you are getting this.
Yes,
Can I
sir.
proceed? Yeah. Now, so we'll define input characteristics. What is input characteristics? It's a plot of, make a note, it's a plot of input voltage versus input current. I'm writing I bar P, don't get confused. Input voltage versus input current. If you want, you can write INPUT if you don't understand. It's later when you refer. It's a plot of input voltage versus input current for constant value of output voltage. For constant value of output voltage. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, quickly. If I take CB configuration, tell me what is x-axis and tell me what is y-axis. And once I finish this, we'll plot CE configuration also. Again, in CE, the x-axis and the y-axis. Yes. Quick. What is x-axis? Is x-axis the voltage?
Yes, sir.
What is the it's a plot of input voltage. What is input voltage? I'll just go back. Yeah, look at this and tell me now. What is input voltage?
V1.
Is it VBE?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What is input current?
IE.
IE. Good. Base is common. Please note base is common. So the input side is emitter, output side is collector. So it is VBE. Small letter indicates variation. That's why I'm using lowercase letter. VBE versus what is input current? IE. Is this fine? Any doubts in this?
No, sir.
Yeah. For constant value of output voltage, what is output voltage? Look at this.
VCB.
VCB. The output part is VCB. This is the output voltage. So I write constant value denoted by capital letter VCB. Fine. Yeah. Quickly, common emitter. What is x-axis in CE configuration? You draw it and tell me. In CE configuration, what is x-axis? Nobody in the class?
VCE.
Huh?
VBE.
VBE. All agree VBE. Input voltage will not change in common emitter. What about input current? What is input current?
Sir, IB.
IB.
Good. Fantastic. IB. So in case of common base, it is IE. In case of common emitter, it is IB. So the difference easily you can make out here. Input current in case of common emitter will be in milliamps. Input current in case of common base, it will be in milliamps. Common emitter, it will be in microamps. Is this fine? Is it okay? Yeah. Nobody mentioned about constant value of output voltage in common emitter. What is output voltage in common emitter?
VCE.
Huh?
VCE.
VCE. Yeah. Perfect. Others, any doubts in this?
No, sir.
Hope you have
No,
followed,
sir.
all of you. Yes. Okay, good. Okay, let's plot the characteristics. Let's plot. Can somebody tell me if I keep VCB constant, means I'm not touching this, and vary VBE, V1 voltage, what is the current IE I am going to get? I'm not touching this part. I'll just highlight this. This part, I change the color of pen, make out. I'm not touching this. Can you make out? I'm just varying V1 and plotting IE. Is this a forward biased PN junction diode? If I don't touch V2 and vary V1, is it a
Yes.
forward biased? Yes.
Yes, sir.
So what is the current we are going to get? Will it be a exponential variation like this?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So if I plot it, if I extrapolate this and plot it tangent to this, this is your V cut in. So till V cut in, you're not going to get current. Current will be almost equal to 0. And once it crosses V cut in, I can make it little better. Once it crosses V cut in, the current shoots up. Am I correct? Is it like this? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. What about common emitter configuration? Again, is it a forward biased PN junction diode if I keep VC constant? Again, will I get a characteristics like this? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So in both cases, we are going to get exponential variation because it is a forward biased PN junction diode. Now the question arises, if I make it, say for example, if this is 1 volt, constant, VCB is constant. Suppose instead of 1, if I had kept the voltage VCB equal to 2 volts, example, then I will get the same characteristics. All agree that we are going to get exponential characteristics? Any doubts
Yes.
in this?
No, sir.
No. But relatively speaking, will this curve, will it appear on the right side of this curve, 1 volt curve, or on the left side of 1 volt curve?
Sir, right side.
Okay. Others? Others? So this is the homework now. I'm going to stop here. The question is, if I change VCB to 2 volts from 1 volt, instead of keeping it at 1, if I keep it at 2, if VCB is equal to 2, I'll write VCB changed, not equal to. So now I'll write here, if VCB changes to 2 volt from 1 volt. Question is, will the curve shift to the left or to the right? Or to the right, and why? Reason also you must come out. This is your homework this time. Okay, refer the text, refer some articles on net, and come with the reason also, why to the left or why to the right. Is it okay, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Shall I wind up the session now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah. Tomorrow evening, 10 marks quiz will be conducted, right? You get a link, click on the link, tick the correct answer, and we don't want the proof. Don't upload any this thing, sheet and all. Just tick the correct answer. Automated evaluation will be carried out. Okay?
Hello, sir. Today in MOS lecture, teacher gave a demo quiz, sir. So in that there was a delay, sir.
No, that you don't
So-
worry. Don't worry about the delay. That is not your headache. That is our headache. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So your quiz will start. There I am not going to schedule it. MOS sir might have scheduled it. I am going to give the link exactly at 6:15. Please, again and again I am repeating. You check your timeline. Team 1 basic electronics timeline. Please check. In the timeline, I am going to paste a link. Okay. In the timeline, I am going to paste a link. That link you have to click and answer. That's it. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Again, I am repeating. I am going to paste a link in the timeline. Click on the link. All 20 questions will appear. Okay. Those 20 questions all are MCQs. tick the correct answer. Few MCQs, you will find some problems where you may have to work it out. So work it out on a sheet of paper, tick the correct answer. That's it. Is this fine?
So the numerical based problems won't be very
Yes,
long, right?
yes, it will be there. It will be there. Numerical based problems will be there. But since we are going to ask 20 questions and only half an hour time duration is given, the problems you can work it out within a minute. Only those type of problems you are going to get. Okay?
So
Yeah.
you will post the link at 6:15 or 6:30?
No. What time is your this thing? What time? Which
6:30.
time? Huh?
6:30.
6:30. So